We'd do anything for the people we love.
Thanks, Dad.
That's why I chose over 50 life insurance from Royal London.
The money left behind can be used as a gift.
Or to help pay for a funeral.
Thanks, Mum. We simply make affordable monthly payments.
At Royal London, anyone aged 50 to 80 is guaranteed acceptance with no medical questions. Buy over 50 life insurance today, and if you pay £7 a month or more, you'll get a £115 welcome gift. Offer ends the 31st of March.
Royal London.
Hello. Happy Wednesday afternoon, darlings. How is it?
Sherry
Beautiful.
Sherry Houston, that dress, you wore that dress a year ago today, didn't you?
A year ago today.
Wow.
Which means it must have been a lovely warm day for me to have worn it.
Yes.
And the show had Les Dennis on. What about that rain?
Ah, you remember.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I wore it for him, you see, that's why.
So this is it. So Sherry's clothes remind her of people.
They do. They do. I
The
do connect
association.
my clothes to people.
Oh dear,
Some not a good idea.
Darling, no.
Yes.
I need to know, Sherry, do you wash them in between? It's important to know.
I have the part of me that drives me insane is I'm addicted to a washing machine.
Oh, you are.
My mother
For
used
what
to say to
reason,
me,
darling?
why do you
But for
wash
what-
everything? Just one wear and you wash it. And I don't know, and it drives me mad. But I have this
No,
thing
I do.
about
I do.
washing
Yes,
it.
yes.
My grandma, as a little girl, my grandma used to say to me, "Oh, wear that today, you can dirty it out." What does that mean?
That's right. My grandma said that she used to wear her Sunday best, and on the Monday she'd wear it again. She was allowed to wear it again, to wear it out.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I wear one thing and then I wash it the next day. It's every day. I don't wear things twice.
Yeah,
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy though, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
things don't need washing like that, you know?
No,
Yeah.
but on my washing machine, it's got a thing saying worn once. Have you got that on yours?
No, I've got a thing saying, don't be so ridiculous. Do you have that?
My mum used to always put all her summer clothes away in cases, and then bring them out at the end. Do you still do that?
Of course.
'Cause I
Not
never
in a
do that.
suitcase, in a cupboard. They're
Well,
different. Yeah.
I have things
Yes.
in suitcases as well that
Yes.
are really summer. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? That you can't possibly wear in this country, really, to be honest, because they're tiny little things. But
Like
everything else
bikinis.
goes into their colours. So if I have
Wow.
jackets, I'll have mustard, a slightly darker mustard, slightly darker, and then the other end I'll have yellow.
I don't
Ah.
have that many clothes.
I'm
Well,
sensing
actually,
Debbie. I'm sensing Debbie doesn't do that.
I don't have that many clothes. I don't have different
Very
coloured
organised.
mustards. I actually, my wardrobe really is white or black. It's black in the winter and white in the summer.
Yeah, I think most
Yeah.
of us are.
Yeah.
But so I give my colour ones priority because they don't have as much share in my life as black and white do.
This is getting
Okay.
so boring now. I'm bored.
Can we have a guest in, please?
Yes. Well, we've got somebody very exciting in today. It's the wonderful psychic June Field, and I can vouch for her because I've had a reading and she is amazing. Come in, June Field.
Hello, June.
Hello, June.
Hello,
Hi,
darling.
how are you, girls? Nice to see
welcome
you.
back.
Fantastic. Oh, June, I'm so excited that you're flown into our nest. I had a reading with you recently, and oh my goodness, I can't tell you. You said two things to me, which was so nobody else could have known, and you hadn't met me before. So, wow. That's all I'm going to say. Wow.
Thank you.
Also, I have to say, I wanted to ask you about when you went to Kiev and you won the best psychic out of 70,000 people.
Yes, that's correct. That was an experience.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
an experience. It was.
And also, you identified somebody who done something very naughty, didn't you, with a tattoo?
Yes, it was a murderer. I traced a murderer that hadn't been caught yet, and I described him 99.9% of the details on him, tattoos, number of his car, etc. And he was caught 9 months later, and it hit BBC News actually, and he said that the psychic that described him was 99.9% accurate with his description. So
And
it was
How did it come to you? How did it come to you? What was the stirrings that gave you that bit of information? That's extraordinary.
Think of us all like televisions. We're all got the same number of channels, but not everyone's is tuned in. But you can actually tune it in. Mine was born tuned in, and just sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. And boy, it comes in ever so clear. And I had to.
So did you know about the murder? You'd heard about the murder?
No. I was in Ukraine, and I was taking part in a competition with 70,000 psychics worldwide for the world's greatest psychic, and they whittled it down. And during the show, there were probably about 5 of us left, the best ones. And we were taken in separately and filmed, and we had to hang on to an object. And whenever I took the object being filmed, you can see it all on my website, the whole thing. And it just starts coming in like pictures, and I described him and I drew him, and he hadn't been caught yet. They didn't know who'd done it, and the police were watching, and they took me aside and they let me hang on to another object, a comb, and I said, it's the same murderer, it's the same person. I could smell him.
Wow.
I could smell his.
June, does this sometimes scare you?
It doesn't scare me, but it's sometimes a bit harrowing. When you have to deal with something, you get it really fast and furious, and especially if you're being filmed, because you have to hang on to that information that you've got until the cameras roll. And the makeup artist was always saying to me, June, no cry. The tears would be streaming. She'd get on to me because she'd have to keep fixing me and say, I need to get this information out.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
And
And
it's
you're together.
incredible. It's incredible, June. Now, the thing is, I mean, apart from, I've met you before, you've given me a fantastic reading, and you are wonderful, but you also helped my little Beanie, didn't you, when she wasn't very well?
Yes, beautiful little energy that she was, beautiful energy. Yes, I do a lot of healing. I send healing out to many people, and it does.
Well, now is the time. Everybody needs to be healed. I mean, my God, it's just the worst time ever, isn't it, I assume?
So June, what are your predictions for the future? I mean, generally.
We're going to come through this. We are coming through this. I don't feel that we're going to have a third wave. I do feel that we are going to come out of this. And this year is a healing year, a picking up year for people. September is a turning point, and that's more for businesses and finance. Next year's a better year. I feel as if I want to catapult everybody into 2022. But
I'm happy to get in the catapult, darling. I'll sit in the sling. I'm ready to go.
Yes, absolutely.
We've been through the worst. We are coming out of it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well, we need to hear that. And do you have any individual predictions for us, June?
What I'll do is I'll go into you all individually, because I like to just look in your eyes and get into your energy, and then I'll see what. Can I go to Sherry first? Is that okay?
Yes.
I'll go to you first. When I sit in your energy and I look at you, you always come over as you are, as a dizzy blonde. You're far from a dizzy blonde, Mrs. You sit back and you actually are quite worldly wise. You've been through a lot within your life, and that you sit back and you're able to assess people, and you sit back quietly and do it, and you know what's for you and what's not for you. And so I feel that for you, that 2022 is going to be a new, better year for you. This year was a sorting out year for you, Sherry, that you separated the wheat from the chaff big time. And that it's been a good thing. It's like sometimes you feel as if I'm like Mrs. No Mates, you're just cutting people away. And next year is a really good year for you. And I just feel as if I would want to just shower you with love and healing as well, because you always seem to be fixing everybody else. They drop their problems in your lap. What you would be is like an unpaid counsellor in lots of ways. So I like your energy, but you're far from dizzy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you.
I'm going to go to Harriet next. Is that all right, Harriet?
Yes, darling.
And when I get into your energy, you're definitely a born leader. You're a very stubborn individual. You definitely will not do, don't like to be pushed. You have good vision, and that you, as I say, that you've made yourself as into who you are. You don't lower your standards for anyone. That's who you are. And you're definitely a leader. You are someone who pushes things out, and you're very quick to say, that's not going to work, done with that, next. That's who you are, a very assertive individual who has been through the mill a bit yourself, but you've come out of it, and it just makes you stronger, to be honest with you. You're definitely not a victim of anything. You're somebody that pushes out. And I do feel that you've got a lot of sorting out this year to do with things. It's not, you're not through it yet. You will get through it, but there's a lot of sorting out on a personal basis that you have to do. You will, you'll take your time with it. You do sit back and think about things. You mull things over a little bit before you speak. And so I think it will be sorted out, but I would want to take you probably a turning point for you personally round about March, April time. I feel that that's going to be a better time for you. And, you know, I'm looking at your lovely home in around there with all the nice flowers and things, but I feel disruption. Are you getting work done or something in your house?
No, I'm waiting for the winnings from the lottery, darling,
okay,
to have something done, but perhaps that is your prediction. I'm going to buy a ticket now.
I did actually give somebody a quite a high profile individual. They said to me, I'm going to buy a ticket. And I just looked at them and said, don't bother, because you're never going to win it. And they went, oh! And I said,
So true.
Came out, and they went, you just shattered my dream.
Oh.
But you haven't said that to me yet, so I'm gonna keep going.
I don't say that anymore. I learned from that time.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a ticket, you buy a ticket, lovey.
Yeah.
I'm all for you. But March, April time for you, Harriet. That's going to be good for you.
Is that 2022?
2022.
You've got, yes, it's another year ahead, darling.
And I think I do push myself out, but that's the Baileys. So you know, I think in every sense I push myself out that way. Yeah. But thank you. Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate it.
Dee, can I go to you?
Sure.
Okay. Now, I like your energy because you remind me of me in a lot of ways. You know, you're similar in a lot of ways, that you sit back and you can suss people out at 50 yards. You decide whether you like them or whether you don't. You've got the measure of people, and you pick your friends very carefully, and you surround yourself with like-minded people. You quite like your own space, but with you, you know, you've got everything juggling around, and you're trying to sort everything out one at a time. So you will get there, but I would like you to just pull back on it and do one thing at a time, give it 100% rather than 40%, 50%, etc. But there's, you know, good vision, bigger things coming for you. And it's just, I want to say with you in particular, watch this space, you know. I just have to say, watch this space. And can't say any more than that, because then I'd be spilling beans, etc. But I just have a feel for you that it's just something's coming. And so I just got to say, set your ducks up in a row for it, Mrs., because it's coming out there for you. So that's for you.
Thank you. Thank you, June.
Okay, let's go to Debbie. Debbie.
Finally.
Finally. Last but not least, my goodness, you know, in your head, it's like everything's going 90 to the dozen. There is a million things in there. If I could get into your head, I'd be deleting things that I don't need. Delete. And you're just full of ideas and enthusiasm. There's no patience. It's if you get an idea, it's like, want to run with it. Let's run with it now. Let's do it now, etc., etc. And I think that that's going to come to fulfillment. You have big ideas, and I do feel as if I want to take WonderBirds to a different level and put them somewhere else. It's as if I'm taking you and put you somewhere else. I'm also getting it as if I'm traveling around with you. So it's as if you'd all be traveling in some way, doing something and traveling out. That's what I feel is coming for you. And so it's like, schedule it properly, because when it does happen, it will be fast and furious, which is really good. And I think you all deserve it, because we've all needed this lightheartedness and this upliftment during this time. And in healing, it's not all about being psychic and healing energy. It's about lifting people's spirits and souls and giving them something to look at. And you guys have all done that, but it's coming bigger for you. Something's coming from this that I want to take you all and put you traveling around. So that's what I have for all of you.
We will be flying. the nest.
You're sorry,
Flying.
what was that? Flying.
I said we'd be flying out of the nest.
Yes, you will be flying out of the nest, but you will be staying together like the little chicks. Yes.
Oh, how
Wow,
sweet.
lovely.
I wonder who the mother hen is. You've been absolutely amazing, and thank you. And we'll put on our website how people can find you, but you're very, very busy. I mean, it's months before people can get a reading with you, isn't it? Really, months.
Yeah, it is a wee while, yes. But I'm a great believer in quality, not quantity, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't cram.
Yes.
Thank you for your predictions. It's made us all feel very good about ourselves. Thank
Oh,
you.
yes.
Bless
Very
you all.
happy. Thank you,
Bye,
darling.
darling.
Bless
Thank
you too.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Oh, fantastic.
She's
where
lovely.
are we going? Where
I
are we
know.
flying to?
How exciting.
Yeah,
I
she's
know.
very enthusiastic, isn't she, about it? So that's nice.
Yes, she is.
She has a
And
lot.
very
She has a lovely
accurate.
quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uri
Calming.
Geller.
Calming.
Uri Geller apparently said that she was the most accurate psychic he'd ever encountered.
Well, I
Wow.
imagine it's very difficult as well to read people on Zoom because
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course
when
it
you
is.
are
can't-
when you are a
yeah.
psychic anyway, you know,
Yes.
it comes. You've got to feel somebody. You've got to feel their energy. And
Yeah.
as I've
Yeah.
always said about Zoom, I always feel it's very unfulfilling that I can't hold you all.
Yes.
Can we have, darlings? Can we have our very important soap psychic, please?
Oh yes. Do 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 do. Our soap psychic is so busy that we had to pre-record him. So Stephen Murphy, come in, please. Hello.
Hey,
Hi, darling.
Stephen! Oh, Stephen, I'm completely obsessed with Coronation Street
Who
with
are you?
Tyrone.
Oh yes,
Fizz.
Tyrone and Alina.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What's
It's
going,
really
can you
upsetting
tell
me.
us what's happening?
That's Menfee, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
Tyrone's head's been rather turned by this very nice lady who lives on the street, and he's kind of trying to work out now if he loves Fizz or if he loves this lady. And I think Fizz and Tyrone are going to try their best to patch things up because they've got two kids been together for years, all that kind of thing. But I don't think Tyrone's going to find it as easy as he thinks.
No.
All these soaps always break up happy couples, don't they?
Yeah.
They do.
I
So
hate
sad.
it, but I suppose that's. Do you know what is? I can't get over poor Jane Danson.
Yeah.
She's been through all those storylines. It was last week that she got arrested, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's been to the police, and now she's trying to sort of double cross Harvey, the drug dealer. So she's basically kind of turned police informant, and
Oh
you know,
God!
can she turn the tables on Harvey and save little Simon and all of this? And of course, she can't. Nick, and poor Nick really loves Leanne, really loves Leanne.
I know.
And keeps saying, "I love you, let me in," and she won't let him in, and you know, into her life. So it's all very complicated. But poor
And also, Todd is going to be employed by George.
Yes, yes, we'll see that. I think towards the end of this week, we see the new funeral parlour, and we see Todd rather in a very Todd fashion, rather sort of ingratiating himself into a job rather than going through a formal interview process. And that's good fun. That's a nice new location, and I think they'll be quite a good double act actually.
I think they'll be brilliant together. And
So
I know
what's,
Tony
so
loves
what's
him.
happening in
It's gonna
Old
be
Deacon
great.
EastEnders? You know what I mean, mate? What's going on there?
Stacey's exit because Lacey has just given birth to a baby a few weeks ago. And she's off involved in this whole storyline where Ruby is pretending she pushed her down the stairs, and you know Stacey didn't, it was an accident. But basically Ruby's going to try and get Stacey sent to the slammer. So that's to the end of how Stacey's going to go. And Lacey, bless her, gave birth and went back to work the following week to do a couple
know.
Oh my God.
because she went into labour early. But basically, I mean, very sort of devil may care. She basically sort of says, I felt all right. So I thought.
Well, she had a very quick birth, didn't she? It was very quick. So she said she didn't notice it really.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's amazing.
I know. But why do all these murderers never get caught in the soaps?
Well, they
I
do
don't
eventually.
understand it.
They do eventually. It's a little
Well, not
hard
for a long time.
to
They
bring it
kill
along.
everybody before they get found out.
It often depends on how popular they are with the viewers.
True.
Yes, of
Because
course.
you just think, oh, can we get one more murder out of this one?
One more murder.
One more murder out of this one.
Steve, what's happening in Emmerdale? Where are we up to in Emmerdale?
Well, Emmerdale's a huge week. That's what I meant to talk about today, and I forgot because you waylaid me. Emmerdale is Mandy's wedding.
Yeah.
Nasty Paul. And this is going to be one of those things we haven't had for a while, which is a big proper soap drama and a bit of a stunt week, which we haven't had for ages. And we used to moan, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, we were moaning that, oh, it's always stunts and explosions and all of this all the time in the soaps. And now we're like, oh, stunt, exciting. So there's Mandy's wedding coming to Paul, which is all going to go a bit awry. And there's a sort of secondary story with Jimmy and one of the big haulage trucks. So we're going to see a crash towards the end of the week. And they've done proper big stunt work and everything, all under, obviously, the COVID restrictions and everything. So they've, you know, it's going to be a proper big, dramatic, emotional week, I think. So that's all through this week.
Thank you so much, darling. Will you come back soon, please?
Of course I will. Any old
Thank
time.
you.
Fantastic, darling.
All right, darling.
All right, lovely. Thank you.
Love you.
Speak soon.
Bye.
That's great. I love Stephen Murphy. I love all his chats. He's not
Oh,
telling us all the
fantastic.
secrets. You have to know that.
I
He's not telling
know.
us the
Well, he
secrets.
can't. He can't,
No.
darling.
I
That
know.
Tyrone. Oh,
I know. Okay, everybody stop, because we have that lovely girl in again today. That Linda Lusardi. Where are you, Linda? There she is.
Hello,
Welcome back.
I'm here with all my eggs to tell you everything. Oh, I love your hat, Dee.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you. You
You're
can borrow it if you like.
It looks like you've got like a planet round your head.
That's right.
She has.
She has.
It's the aura, darling. The aura.
Yeah, it's a Saturn ring of hats. There you go.
So, is this all chocolate, Linda, you've got round you?
Well, did you know, obviously, dark chocolate has less fat than milk chocolate, but white chocolate isn't actually chocolate. It's got no cocoa bean in it at all. So it shouldn't strictly be called chocolate, because...
So is it calorie free then?
No, the white chocolate is the worst. White chocolate has more fat, more calories. There's nothing really that's good for you about chocolate, apart from it is an antioxidant and it can bring down your cholesterol. So there is some good in it.
Free radicals, darling. Free radicals in chocolate. Vital.
I'm going to invent a chocolate diet that's purely chocolate. And after a week of it, we'll never want to see chocolate again. So that's
Ooh,
Now,
good.
Linda, I have to tell you, I hate chocolate.
Do you?
Yeah. Can't bear it. I can't be in the same room as a bar of chocolate.
Really?
But, yes, but if I had to eat it, I would just eat, you know, the black bounties.
Oh, I don't like dark chocolate. It's too bitter.
Really? Oh, I love dark chocolate. Oh, I love it.
We all knew you weren't normal anyway. I don't know a woman that doesn't like chocolate.
Oh, no, I want
the
full
box.
fat, full sugar, full cream, full everything. Thank you.
Well, right, Linda, tell us the bargains that you found.
Right, well, you know, some ladies are going to go this weekend to somebody's house and sit in the garden. They've got loads of kids, they're going to have to take loads of presents or Easter eggs. So it can be really expensive, because some of the good eggs are like 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, I found some, you know, good brands like Maltesers and Dairy Milk, like this, with your, both of these, with your Tesco's Club card, is only 75p each.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And they're full-size eggs, and I have tested and tried, and they're very nice.
Good.
Or you can get this one. I've eaten. Look, it's empty. This is Morrison's, only 99p, and you know, it was very nice. You get a little bag of the mini eggs in there as well. But the winner for me over all the supermarkets is Lidl. You can get this lovely little lamb for £1.99.
Oh.
And that's milk chocolate, so it's not really
Oh, bad.
They do a deluxe range, and I have eaten one of these just to test it, of course. And this is the Lidl Deluxe, and it's £3.99, and it's the salted caramel. Absolutely.
Oh,
Lovely.
These are a little bit more. These are £4.99, but you're still not going up into the price range of some of the shops. And you can see they're beautiful eggs. They're really unusual. And they look very expensive. They're great because they've got dinosaurs on them and all sorts.
Where are they from?
Wow.
Those three are all from Lidl.
Really, I've got to go because my grandsons love dinosaurs, so I better go and get some.
Dinosaurs, all sorts of things. But if you don't want to go with eggs, daffodils, you can get a really lovely bunch for £1 at Lidl, and and I think they're 99p, and 99p in Tesco's. But 2 or 3 bunches of those, they just give you a great big splash of yellow in your kitchen. And then I found this little treat. This is a marble effect jewellery box from Morrison's.
Oh,
have a guess how much that is?
No idea.
£15?
£6.
No.
And I just filled it with some little eggs. So
it's lovely.
For a lovely lady friend, that's a lovely gift, because then you've got the box after, and that in total's only probably cost you £7. Or bake a cake, or instead of giving flowers, give them a plant they can plant in the garden. That's my tip.
Linda, can I just say, darling, I am so impressed by your devotion to the chocolate and how you, through all that, had to try all of it. I'm so moved.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 eggs, and I'm
professional.
I
So
can't put them
professional.
away, so I'll just have to eat them.
You do, and it's so professional, darling.
Now,
Thank
Linda,
you.
I have to say that I think children, I've got 3 grandchildren, and they all get an egg from her, an egg from him, an egg from him, and they end up with 25 eggs, which then get thrown away. And I just think there must be some alternative to this without giving kids hundreds of eggs, but get them from everybody.
Well, I suggest that if they're sick of eating the eggs, then you melt down the chocolate and dip your strawberries in it.
Oh, good idea.
Think of that. That's a really good idea.
See, that is brilliant, Linda.
And Sherry, I haven't forgotten your Facebook stickers. I've got them ready for next time.
You? Oh, I'm so excited.
The next time I'm going to do all things that you can stick on yourself to make yourself
Yes.
Oh, you've got to come back soon, love, because we all need to stick things everywhere.
Things to stick up, stick on.
There are things you stick on your boob and then you pull them up.
Oh,
Yes. I need those.
Honestly, it happened to me when I got married. When I got married for the first time, I had to stick on cups because I had a backless dress. And as going through the ceremony, I kept going, because I was allergic to the glue.
Oh, no.
And I was literally, and John was looking at me going, what are you doing? And I was going, I've got to take these things off. He was going, everybody's looking. I was standing there going, oh. we got into the place where we signed the register. And I went, take them off. Take them. And he went, darling, the registrar said, I don't care. Just get this thing off. So you had to go inside my dress and rip these things off. Honestly, it's a true story. So there you go.
I remember being a teenager and having no boobs. I mean, I can't believe I never had any boobs. But, so I used to put socks in my bra, pad them out, go out to the nightclub like this, and somebody said, what's that under my arm? Pull the sock out.
Well, there's chicken. They use chicken fillets, as they call, don't they?
Yeah.
And but not real chicken fillets. Everybody at home.
Darling, listen, Linda, I've got 2 or 3 turkeys in here, dear. Forget the fillet. And if you've got anything to lift, I am presuming there's a couple of hammocks. Is that what we're talking?
Yeah, absolutely.
She's going off again, Linda.
There are actually ones where you won't believe it. There are actually ones with strings that go around your neck and then stick on.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you, dear.
Extra big ones, that is.
Thank you, dear.
That's
I need ropes and
That's
pulleys.
very
Ropes
funny.
and pulleys, dear.
That's very funny.
I think between us, we've probably got, goodness knows how many boobs between us. We've got so many, haven't we? We've all got big boobs.
No,
not
Sherry and Dee don't.
Tiny.
Do you know?
Just the 3 of us.
Oh.
No.
Adequate.
Pretend.
Well, you know what they say, little ones, they last better. They last better with age.
It's enough. Don't want
Hopefully.
any more.
Yeah.
Don't want any more.
Okay, enough. No, it's enough Easter tits talk. So,
Tips.
Happy Easter, Linda,
Tits up.
darling.
Yes, happy Easter.
Thank you.
to you. Which one shall I eat now?
Ooh.
Thank you,
darling.
all of
See you
them.
too.
Thank you, darling.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
soon.
See you with the tapes.
Bye.
Oh my God, the straps to lift my tits are going to be ropes and pulleys. There's no way.
Oh, goodness. We know, Sherry, you don't like milk chocolate. Can I have all yours then in the diet?
I know no one, but I tell people never to buy me chocolate.
All right.
It just gets thrown in the bin.
I'll just have your share then, darling.
Okay.
Right then, so we'd like to
As
say
well.
to everyone happy Easter.
Happy
And we have a
Easter,
little-
everybody.
We have a little Easter surprise coming to you during the Easter holidays. So you just have to keep an eye out, but we have a special Easter show coming. Whoop! Did I say that? Sorry, did I? Something happened to me. Don't know what
I
happened
think
to
you
me.
might have done, darling. Now listen.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Listen, girls, don't tell tales. That's
No.
all I've got to say.
Oh, no wagging here.
No, absolutely not.
But all will be revealed. And
It will.
just wait, the info will be out there.
We'll be here in person on the 7th of April.
Yes.
But we will also be here, well, around Easter time. You've got to watch out. Something's happening, but we can't tell you what it is.
We can't tell you what
That's
it is.
right.
But you'll recognise us.
Yes, of course.
Sort of.
Anyway,
Sort of.
I've got to go and eat, darlings, please. I've got to go and eat chocolate. I've got to get into training for Easter Sunday.
Me too,
So
me
I
too.
can't talk. Yeah. Anyway, love you all.
Milk chocolate.
Bye.
Happy Easter.